Hi everyone and welcome to the ninth weekend preview. I'm Totally Speedway's Daniel Powell, and I know I say this every weekend, but yeah, we've got an awesome weekend ahead. So we've got plenty of racing, lots of sprint car racing, both on the east and the west coast. And it's going to be racing throughout Queensland, New South Wales, Northern Territory, South Australia, Western Australia, Tasmania, of course. In Victoria, no doubt. So thanks Andrew White for tuning in. Andrew, good luck on Saturday night tomorrow night at Narrow Speedway for the second round of the New South Wales series. Kirsten Knox, no doubt you'll be out filming somewhere around when it comes to Speedway. So please like, comment, share in regards to this to get as much reach as possible. So first things first, we will start with the Victorian title, which is going to be held at Warrnambool's Premier Speedway. So that's been running since 1964. I think I was reading a story earlier today. The defending champion, in terms of the Victorian champion, is I'm going to mind blank here. I'm trying to think who the defending champion was in terms of winning that. Is Aidan Hall from South Australia. Sorry, had a brain fart there. Aidan Hall for South Australia, it's his first major career win. He's amongst the nominations. There's 51 cars nominated, so it's certainly going to be a big meeting. Amongst the field, of course, Jamie Veal. Jamie Veal is one of four siblings that their fathers have won, but they're amongst the field trying to get their first, so happy the first father and son sort of deal. So we've got Jamie Veal, who's he's won pretty much everything there is in sprint car racing apart from the Australian title, and of course the Victorian title. So he'll be doing that. His dad, Ken, won that back in 1991. I think that was by memory at Avalon Raceway. So, with that. Also, Grant Anderson. Grant Anderson, he's been in great form so far this season, only had a handful of race meetings. And he ended up running, his dad has won it multiple times. He won 3 times in a row, back 1996, 1997, 1998. So his dad, Dave, won the Victorian title, so Grant will be going to get his first, his podium before and past Victorian title attempts, but is yet to get on the top step of the podium. So he'll be up there. Of course, you've got Marcus Dumsney from New South Wales. Their dad, Max, of course, one of the legends out of Warrnambool, one of their best exports out of there. So he's been based many years in New South Wales now. And he's won a record 9 titles. So Marcus and Matt will be coming down there, not looking to make up the numbers. Marcus is only in his second season, and he's certainly been running amongst there in the top 10, where Matt, he's won a feature race at Valvoline Raceway, but he ran second at the Eureka Series, the second round of the Eureka Garage and Shed Series at Heartland Raceway in Moama earlier this season. So he'll be right up there, no doubt. David Murcott in the Victory Lane race gear, Matt and Renee Easterman car. He's amongst the nominations. He's certainly no mug out there, and he's had 2 wins so far this season. He won the second round of the Eureka Series at Heartland Raceway, and also won the All-Star 360 Series. He won that a fortnight ago. That was at Mildura's Timber Speedway. And then, of course, amongst the nominations, you've got Brett Milbourne. He's always one of the state's most consistent front runners. Ben Atkinson, who could forget Benny Atkinson from about a decade ago when he qualified he won the preliminary night of the Warrnambool Classic, but then obviously the following night was rained out. So unfortunately, he was on the top of the points at that occasion, but it wasn't to be. So Benny Atkinson certainly one to watch around Premier Speedway. He's got form there. Of course, I mentioned Aidan Hall, the defending champion from South Australia. Corey McCulloch, he made his season debut a fortnight ago at Premier Speedway, ended up finishing just off the podium in 4th. Darren Molyneux, of course, Molly's been strong this season. He's got 3rd at the Premier Speedway round. He got second behind Jamie Veal at the jackpot event last week in the Avalon Raceway. So Molly will be certainly up there to claim his first Victorian title on home soil. Daniel Pesca from South Australia, another South Australian in Glenn Sutherland. Glenn Sutherland's, of course, got renowned crew chief Glenn Beaton in his corner. Glenn's obviously achieved a lot of success in the past with drivers, especially around Warrnambool's Premier Speedway. Then we've got Ryan Jones, the multiple Australian 360 title champion. He won the opening round of the Ultimate Sprint Car Championship at Murray Bridge Speedway in South Australia. So he's certainly got form early on the season. Of course, Tim Rankin, he's certainly very fast around there. Tim Hutchins is always consistent. He's had a consistent start to the season, and the Tasmania is looking there. Tim Van Guinea, he's the current Northern Territory and WA champion. This is his home track. His season, like it just started a week ago in the Harry Drosty owned Victoria number 36 car. So, he'll be up there. Certainly, he'll be up there. So there's plenty of other cars. There's a lot of unknown quantities out there. We've got a few newcomers, of course. And that could be up there in the mix. It's early. It's too early to say, in terms of who else. But they're the main thing. Of course, Jai O'Keefe is coming back from his back injury last season, so he's finding his feet again. He'll no doubt be a top 10 contender. Whether he can go and run up the front, not too sure about that, but we'll wait and see. Also supporting the program is the annual Jack Wilshere Cup. It's one of the, apart from national titles and state titles, it's probably one of the biggest Formula 500 events on the calendar. And then that's headed by current Australian champion and defending Jack Wilshere Cup champion Liam Williams. He's, in terms of on form at the moment, he's, it's a matter of by how much, but, strange things that happen. Streaks are meant to be broken, form and all that sort of stuff. So Liam's certainly been on a tear in recent seasons. And, full credit to him because he's certainly done it the hard way. He certainly hasn't earned it. Been handed to him on a silver platter, so for Formula 500s. But amongst the field, Jack Bell, one of the locals who's up there, Lee Van Guinea, of course, is up there. Dion Bellman and Chris Bellman. Chris Bellman won the NT title earlier this season up at Darwin's Northline Speedway, so he'll be up there, both locals. Josh Buckingham, of course, he's proven himself as a front runner. And I got Jock Goodyear from Tasmania. He's had a great season down in Tassie so far. I think 4 from 4, most recent last Saturday night at Carrick Speedway, where I think it was Latrobe, sorry. He's had 4 from 4 wins in the Formula 500s down there. He's made one appearance in the 410 sprint car and ended up finishing on the podium. So he'll be certainly there'll be no doubt that Jock will be up there challenging for a spot on the podium. So an interesting omission from the field is James Aronossi. So he's not, his wife Ashley is amongst the nominations, but there's no James Aronossi, so I'm not sure what's happening there in regards to him for next season or this season. In terms of new faces in the Formula 500 scene down in Victoria, there's tons of them. There's a lot of familiar names that people will be like, okay, they're running Formula 500. So we've got Jason Loft, who last season won his first Australian Speedway kart title. He's recently moved into Formula 500s. We've got Dale Walsh, who spent time in super rods and 410 sprint cars for a brief stint there. He's racing Formula 500s. Stuart Grant Campbell, who's ran AMCA Nationals and also speed cars as recently as last season, he stepped into Formula 500s. We've got Angus Hollis, the current Australian Junior Sedan champion. He's obviously moved out of junior sedans and progressed into seniors, and he's gone via Formula 500. Phil McCulloch, I think that's how you say the name. He's out of winless sprints. He's been a regular front runner for many, or about probably 5-6 years ago, sort of thing. Phil was right there running. And then we've got Mark Lincoln. He's a 3-time Australian AMCA national champion. He's taking on a new challenge in the Formula 500. So plenty of action. All eyes will be on Warrnambool's Premier Speedway. It's one of the tracks, the premier tracks in the country, of course, no doubt. Hence the name. And the racing that's going to be on this Saturday night is going to be awesome, no doubt. Then we've got High Tech Oils Speedway in Toowoomba in Queensland. They've got the Ultimate Pink Night, which doubles as the Ultimate Sprint Car Queensland Round 3. Their previous round that was held 3 weeks ago was unfortunately lost due to rain. This time around, there's 33 cars nominated, headed by Robbie Farr. Robbie Farr will be looking to make a redemption because he was running away with the win in the opening rounds a while ago, back in early October, so well over a month ago. He was running away with the feature race until a lap car got in the way, and he spun. He had to avoid. He had to go rear field. It's one of those rulings that bite people in the ass. But then that gifted the win to Brent Kratzmann, who was able to be in a position to capitalise that and go on to score a career first win. So yeah, with that, so Robbie naturally won't be going back up to Queensland just to make up the numbers, of course. Andrew Shirley, of course, has won the opening 2 rounds of the East Coast Logistics Series at Brisbane's Archerfield Speedway. So no doubt he'll be looking to get on top. Toowoomba's a place where he grew up and he calls technically home with that. Then we've got Alan Woods. Woodsy won an Archerfield Speedway round the other weekend. Mitchell G, he's been a model of consistency, been running top 5. And no doubt he'll be right up there as well. Peter Lack, one of the locals, he's yet to record a win, so he'll be doing that. He's certainly got form on his side, and that'll make it looking. Queensland number 5, Graham Wendy Earnhardt owns cars, so that's a good. Luke Oldfield, of course, he's yet to record a feature race win. He came away with 10 feature race wins last season, so he'll be chomping at the bit to get win number 1 and get that winning feeling back. Of course, Lockie McHugh, he's preparing for World Series very shortly. That's going to start next month, so he'll be wanting to get a win under his belt. Kevin Titman made his debut the other weekend, and last week on Tuesday night he had our current Australian Speedo Grand Prix World Champion Jason Doyle behind the wheel at Archerfield Speedo. So that was Tuesday night for a practice run there, so that was awesome to see. David Well, he's won a feature race there on home soil last season, and he'll be looking to do that, get another one. Danny Reddy teaming once again with the Queensland number 19 Mitchell Motorsports car. He'll be up there. New South Wales is going to have a number of entrants. Got Daniel Sayer, Mick Salla, and Andrew Wright. Andrew Wright made a return on Saturday night after an injury brought close to his season, mid-last season, when he was on the road with World Series. So yeah, that's Andrew Wright. Certainly couldn't buy any luck last season, but hopefully, he had a trouble-free run on Saturday night. Hopefully that continues tomorrow night. Then youngsters, of course, Cody Morosky. The opening round, he topped the timesheets and time trials, but was unlucky in the feature, was unable to go on with the job. Dylan Menz, Jaden Peacock, those guys are certainly going to be knocking on the door for top 5 finishes if all things go to plan. So guys, just want to give you an update. Please like, comment, share in regards to this. Any questions or feedback? I'm naturally previewing all the racing ahead. We've got a lot of racing to cover this weekend, especially when it comes to sprint cars. So, and with that, also on the support class, we're going to have wingless sprints. So wingless sprints will be running the 5th round of the Queensland Club Championship, which is supported by Ian Watcher Race Parts, so one of our supporters as well, and also on the program Modified Sedan, so Rodney Pimentel and Co. and Tim Smith, the current Australian champion, head the field there. So with that, then we've got the Perth Motorplex. So they've got a huge meeting. Naturally, the Perth Motorplex over the past week's been in the headlines for all the wrong reasons, unfortunately, due to a drag racing accident involving an 8-year-old who was tragically killed. That's unfortunate, but hopefully with the Speedway can put Perth Motorplex on a positive spin with that. So they've got the 36th running of the King of Wings. The King of Wings has been, a long-standing event. Started at the Claremont Showground, the Claremont Speedway, the showground in Perth. So they've got 21 cars. So that's the biggest field that we've seen this year for the 410s for the 3rd round of the ASG series. Headline that's going to be the debut of James McFadden and the Monty Motorsport team for the 2017-18 season. A fortnight ago, James made his season debut where he was running the Victoria number 25 car owned by the Lee family, which is driven by Jack Lee from Terang. And James ended up second to Jamie Veal at Warrnambool. With that, and then we've got Sean Bradford and Jason Pride. Both of those guys scored surprise victories in the opening 2 rounds by just putting it all together. And Sean was dynamite in round 1. Jason Pride did not make any mistakes and picked up his maiden feature race win. So that was awesome to see in 410 sprint cars. Of course, the likes of Jason Kendrick, Jamie Miolo, who's won 1,000 ASG Series Championships, Andrew Perello, who ran second in the opening round. The second round, unfortunately, he had a crash and rode off the car while leading his heat race, and that put but he's rebuilt the car and come back. Brad Mialo, the defending AHG Series champion, he's yet to fire as such, and he'll be looking to opening his winning account tomorrow night. And of course, Jamie Oldfield. Jamie Oldfield has been so far this season running 360 sprint cars. So he's been running the Rod Howe WA number 51 car. And yeah, for Saturday night, for tomorrow night, he's going to be running the 410 this time. And Jamie Alford, in the opening 2 rounds, he's run 6th and 3rd. He's dominated. He's pretty much been running up the front throughout the 360 Power Series. So it's going to be exciting when he gets that 410. So he's certainly going to be challenging the front runners. I regard him, and many do, as the most versatile speedo driver in Australian history. I think it will come down to this. You'll have to go a long way to try and find a more versatile driver than Jamie Alfield, because he's proven himself at all forms of both sedan and open wheel categories. So, yeah, he'll be there. So the points at the moment, Jason Pride leads it. Jason Pride got picked the Joker card last week, the other weekend, and ended up coming over the win. So, yeah, it's very rare that you do that. Usually if you pick a Joker, it sometimes can be detriment to you, and you can... it can all turn to shit there. So, so hopefully, Jason Pride's luck can continue, because playing the joker card and getting the win, it certainly propelled him to the top of the points. Jamie Mallows in 2nd and Jamie Alfield's in 3rd. Also on the program, you've got the round 5 of the 360 Power Series. Both Jamie Alfield and Caden Mendes, the defending Power Series champion, are not going to be running, so that's going to give the likes of Troy Lawson and co. A big chance to get into the win there with that. Also on the program, limited sprint cars, Formula 500s, late models, and the demo derby. So with the late models, full credit to Veronica McCann, Red Hot Ronnie. In the late models, she had a big crash last weekend at Manjimup Speedway, which destroyed the back end of the car. It's been rebuilt. So her and her team, along with Warren Alford, who are close friends with the McCann family, and her husband Carl Pickersgill, I think that's how you say it. So they've burnt the midnight oil, and they're certainly going to be tired come Sunday, because that's all they've been doing. So hopefully Ronnie can have a good run, and Warren Alfield, no doubt he's been helping the McCann team to get back on the track, and he won the last round there for the Pro Dirt Series for the late models. So we're looking to continue that. So they're the 3 major events that are going to be held tomorrow night. So these are all my notes, just to let everyone know this is how I read. There's no teleprompter or anything like this, like in TV and all, or anything. So with that, I've got some comments here from Michael Bucket. Thanks, Michael. I'm glad you enjoy it. So as much we enjoy you tuning in and your feedback as well. So with that, so we'll continue with the programs. We've got Sydney's Valvoline Raceway. Hopefully the weather's kind. It's forecast for Sydney to be rain all weekend. So it's not raining at the moment. It's a bit overcast, but a bit humid. So hopefully the weather holds off tomorrow night, and we can get some racing. So we've got the wingless sprints, there's 50 plus wingless sprints there. So that's round 5 of the club championships. So everyone trying to get some track time before the Australian title. It's going to be held there in February. Also the second appearance of the development series for the 410 sprint cars. Brendan Scorgie, James Duckworth, Dean Brindle from New Zealand, they're going to be running there. Darren Salliot, of course, will be making his second appearance. We've got there also some newcomers that we've got there. Ben Hart, not sure about don't know too much about this Ben Hart guy. So he's amongst the nominations. Blake Darcy, he's the guy that started in junior sedans with his sister Emma. Then he moved into RSA Street Stockers, wingless sprints recently, and now made the big step into 410 sprint cars. So Blake, he's certainly not a guy, he's a bit of a joker, and he's not backwards in coming forward sort of thing. So he'll be sure to put on a show when he gets out there. Jeremy McGrath, not the Supercross motocross legend, but he's amongst the nominated. I've seen him pop up on this feed when we're watching, so he's making his sprint car debut. I'm not sure. It's definitely not the American Supercross star in Jeremy McGrath, but pretty cool name. So he'll be making his sprint car debut. So well done, Jeremy. Also another interesting out of Geelong in Victoria, we've got Mark Carlin. He's the 3-time Australian modified sedan champion. He's making his sprint car debut. He's travelling all the way up from Victoria to run at Valvoline Raceway. So Mark Carlin, who bought all of Lockie McHugh's gear from last year. So it's got a KRA engine, cool chassis. So it's a pretty strong package there. Mark Carlin, he's He's obviously synonymous in sedan racing, but 410 and open wheels in particular is untrialled there. So good luck, Mark. Hopefully you can have a good run. Good luck with everyone. It was really successful, the opening development series round that you had there a couple of weeks ago. And it's just great to get lap times and everyone to get track time, prove their lap times, be able to challenge for race wins, be able to challenge for a race, not just make up the numbers at the back of the field where you can learn really pushing each other and learning to pass a lot better. So, yeah, we've got that. So apart from wingless sprints and the 410 development series, we've got speed cars. Michael Stewart from Canberra in the ACT, he's going for 4 wins in a row. He's won the opening 2 Valvoline Raceway rounds. Also the opening round of the Speed Car Super Series at Gunnedah Speedway in northwestern New South Wales. One of his good mates and main rivals, Jamie McKinley, is making a return, so I'll see a bit of banter amongst those two out there, so hopefully that can continue. Also Legend Cars, they've got 30 plus cars amongst there as well. So hopefully the weather's, fingers crossed, that we can get the weather will be fine and we can have a good run there at Valvoline Raceways. So it'll be 100 plus cars in the pits. So that's good. Then we've got the second round of the All-Star 360 series at Miami's Heartland Raceway. The opening round was dominated by David Murcott, who was running the Victory Lane race gear Matt and Renee Easton owned car. So he won the opening round. He's not going to be running because he's running at Warrnambool this weekend for the Victorian title. So back there, one of the drives of the opening round was Brendan Farrer, who's a former 360 All-Star Series champion. He ended up, he had a DNF in one of his heat races, and he was able to qualify into the feature race via the B main, where he come from the back and ended up second. So he ended up getting Chris Solomon for second place on the final lap. So, and defending champion is Chris Solomon in the 360 All-Star Series. Also amongst the nominations, Rusty Hickman. Rusty Hickman, he's got form at Heartland Raceway, so he'll be challenging for the win on Saturday night. It's pretty cool. Sorry, all this cool merchandise as well. So, with that, so we recently released that during the week. Then we've got Phil Locke, former 360 All-Star Series champion. Mark Caruso, of course. Daniel Evans, the former South Australian champion. Tony Muir, the former Australian 360 champion. He won that at Kalgoorlie back in 2007 sort of thing. I think that was something like that. So they're on the program. So they headline the program. So there's 28 cars field. So good luck to Mandy Searle and all their team for hard working and pushing 360s. And basically, I think in all fairness, that without Mandy Searle pushing the 360 banner, I think 360s would have been dead very long ago. So with that. So also on the program, we've got their Super Sedans. So they're having the opening round of the Fun City Series, round 1. A very strong lineup. You've got Dave Gartner, who won the opening meeting for Victoria at Avalon Raceway, where they had a spectacular battle with Ash Bergmeyer for the win. So both of those two are nominated. Peter Nicola, Mick Nicola Senior and Junior, Lucas Roberts, Ryan Alexander, of course, he's going to be there. Corey Smith from Tasmania. So it's really good to see that Super Sedans in Victoria are on a bit of a resurgence now, where everyone's wanting to pull together and really get some good meetings there. So also on the program, you've got 3 litre sedans and unlimited sedans, so they're VSC classes. So on the 3 litres SSA, I think. So not too sure. I get confused with some of the classes in Victoria. If I get confused, heaven help people that are just part-time spectators of the sport sort of things. So with that. So that's Heartland Raceway. Hobart Solo Speedway in Tasmania is going to be having their first appearance of the 410 Sprint Car. A small field, or a reasonable field for Tasmanian standards. There's 14 cars. I got Jason Redpath, who won the opening round of the GBE series. That was at Latrobe. And the second round is going to be held this Saturday night. Mark Mozzie House, former World Series contractor, driver, and also regular on the mainland over the years. Adam Alexander, who picked up his first feature race win in 410 Sprint Cars last season. So he's there. Chris Johns, Kurt Smith, veteran Robin Dawkins. Robin Dawkins has been racing for a long time, and still loves getting back behind the wheel. Also, apart from 410 sprint cars, you're going to have late model street stocks, bombers, junior sedans, and Tassie Sixes. So that completes the lineup there. Lismore Speedway in northern New South Wales. We've got the track curator watching, Tony Powell, at the moment. Thanks, Tony. Hopefully the track's all good to go for you guys for tomorrow night. So we've got wingless sprints. That's going to be a 40 lapper, and that's one of the rounds of their club championship round. Also on the program, RSA Street Stockers. You have National Force sedans, RSA Junior sedans, Lightning Sprints, Production sedans, and MK Nationals. Tony Blanche, hopefully you're running on Saturday night in the MK Nationals, but if so, good luck, mate. Hopefully you can get the win there. Then we've got the other tracks that are going to be running. So this is a lot of the other tracks that are going to be running on Saturday night. So hopefully the weather forecast to rain all throughout New South Wales. So hopefully that. So we've got Narraby's Northwest Speedway. So that's in the northwest region of New South Wales, of course. So they've got RSA Street Stockers around to the Newcastle series up there, RSA Outlawed sedans, MK Nationals around to the northwest series, Formula 500s, Junior sedans, National Force, and fender benders. So hopefully they're well supported, getting a good crowd out there. Hopefully the weather's kind out there, and they can get their meeting in for the first season, the first meeting for Narrabri Speedway. So we've got that. Then we've got Nowra Speedway on the south coast of New South Wales. They're having RSA Street Stock is going to be on the program there. That's going to be the latest round of the Western Sydney Street Stock Club Championship. Okay, right, so we've got that. And Tim Simpson's just right, Narrabri cancelled due to rain. Okay, so Narrabri's been strapped. So unfortunately, that's unfortunate. But thanks, Tim, for letting me know that. So I wasn't aware that Narrabri was cancelled. So that's true. So with Nowra Speedway, so they've got the RSA Street Stockers for the latest round of the Western Sydney Club Championship. Also on the program, National Force sedans, GP midgets, modified sedans, and super sedans. So in the super sedans, Lachlan Only, Angel White, of course, who tunes in here, Darryl Moon and all that will be amongst the nominations. In Victoria, we've got Redline Raceway at Ballarat, and they've got for the street stocks, the King of the Mounts. It's going to be a huge meeting. Anthony Baird, Brad McClure, all the usual suspects will be running there. So it's going to be an event. Also, they'll be packed with a full support program as well. Sunraysia's Speedway Club, so they'll be running Mildura's Olympic Park Speedway. They're running the Wally Up Cup for Speedway karts, both juniors and seniors. So that's it. Mildura's Olympic Park Speedway, so that's the bike track. So that should be good. In Queensland, we've got a number of meetings on. Cairns International Speedways at Cairns in North Queensland. They've got Formula 500s. That's the final round of the Stampede series there. Got junior sedans, got modified sedans for the North Queensland Championship. National Force sedans, Outlaw Sprint sedans, and also Demo Derby as well. So that's going to be on the program. Then we've got Gatton's Lockyer Valley Speedway in Queensland. So that's halfway between Toowoomba and Brisbane. And they've got a huge program there. They're going to be running. They've got Formula 500s, both juniors and seniors. Micro Sprint stock cars, Service Paradise sedans, Legend cars, street stocks, nostalgia sedans, Speedway karts. So plenty of playground, plenty on the program there. So that'll be Ian Jones and the team. Good luck, Ian. He's one of the most hardworking guys in Speedway, and he was the 2016 Volunteer of the Year at Speedway Australia's Awards Night. Also running on tomorrow night will be Maryborough Speedway in Queensland. They've got the Queensland title for sidecars, and also solos are going to be on the support card. Headlining the Queensland title will be Darren Treloar and his passenger, Jesse Headland. So that'll be good to see. Also, Brody Cohen and Damien Egan, they'll be right up there keeping Treloar and Headland honest. Also, in Western Australia, there's not too much racing going on apart from the Motorplex. Esperance Speedway is having a practice meeting there. And then at the NT, over in the NT and Runga Park Speedway in Alice Springs, they've got a club show that's going to be held tomorrow night. It's going to be the Centralian title, which is going to be over tonight and tomorrow night for modified sedans. But unfortunately, that was cancelled due to the SSA knocking that on the head due to restrictions. So that completes the weekend preview. Hopefully, everyone has a safe and a successful weekend. Everyone stays out of trouble. Hopefully, the weather's kind. We've already lost Narrabri's Northwest Speedway meeting, so it's unfortunate for them when they only run a handful of meetings, and yeah, all the preparation that goes in, and then to have the weather come in and ruin it, so that makes it hard, but that's the joys of Speedway. So thanks everyone once again for tuning in. Please like, comment, share. I really appreciate the support and the people for viewing in. I'll be back Sunday sometime during the weekend wrap. We'll talk about everything that happened the previous night in regards to Speedway. So please, guys, like, comment, share, and yeah, and I look forward to seeing you guys on Sunday. So thanks, guys. I'll sign off for usually what I do when I just throw my notes. So happy Friday. So yeah, there goes my notes. They're all gone. So okay, see you guys. Thanks. Bye.